following program contains audio and visual issues some viewers may find mildly irritating.
My bad.
Welcome to the show. We've got a great show today, one that might generate some discussion, maybe a little controversy, but that really isn't my intention. Normally I'm focused on DIY projects, blacksmithing, knife making, that sort of thing. But for a while now, I've been wanting to do one of those everyday carry videos that have become so popular. Now, I'm going to show you what I carried today, and I'll contrast that with what I might carry at different times, depending on what I'm doing or where I'm going. But I also want to get into a little bit of the, sort of the philosophy behind what we now call everyday carry, and ask you some questions about your philosophy, get your perspective. Maybe get a little bit of a discussion going in the comments below. So here's what I carried today. Among other things, I carried my wallet. And this is in pretty rough shape, so I'm not going to flip through here and show you my gross, disgusting wallet. But I will say that probably everybody carries one of these, or a purse, or something along those lines. I shouldn't say everybody, but probably most people do. Certainly you are familiar with it. And it can be useful for a variety of things, but mainly it's for what? Credit cards, maybe some cash, and also just stuff winds up getting stuck in there, like old receipts and whatever. But lately, I've also been carrying one of these. And this was not actually my idea. Somebody gave this to me as a gift. This is the Wallet Ninja. And of course, there are a lot of different brands and different things that are similar to this one. I'll just discuss this one quickly. It's got some screwdrivers at the corners. It's got little sort of wrench things here for common sizes of wrench. If you read on there, there's a whole bunch of different, letter opener, box opener, bottle opener. Obviously, you've got a little, kind of a little ruler here. Not very much of one, but, a little bit. I would consider this to be pretty light duty, and it may be a little bit limited in practicality. How often are you going to be working in a space that you can really get that in there and use it? I would say for light duty tasks and for anything that this, like a space that this will fit into, I think it would probably work reasonably well. I have not used it much myself, so I won't comment more than that, than just to say I do have one of these. Very convenient, right? Fits in your wallet. Next, we'll go on to the keys. Pretty sure everybody's familiar with this. Who doesn't carry a key ring on them? Of course, as you get older and you get to be a dad or a mom or whatever, you have more responsibilities, you wind up with a lot more keys on your keychain. So I also, one other thing I'll just draw attention to, and I made a video of this. This is a little sort of, I'll call it a minimalist multi-tool that I put on my key ring. This is something that I made myself, and again, I'll link to that video so you can check it out. So let me kind of keep these things out here where you can see them again. Sorry about the wallet, I'm gonna put that away because it's just, it's in bad shape, and I need to get a new one. I'll say I didn't have one of these with me, but we'll give it an honorable mention. If you don't have some way to start a fire with you, you probably should. And this is an area where I could actually improve my own everyday carry habits. I usually kind of think, well, most of the time I'm close to my car. I'm going to have, let's say something like a lighter in the car, hand sanitizer, package of Bandaids or whatever. These are items that are going to be in my car, they're going to be in the glove box, they're going to be in the trunk, whatever. So I don't spend a lot of time thinking about some of those things. So really, even though I'd like to put them on there and say that's part of my everyday carry, so far we're just kind of up to this, okay? Of course, carry a knife. Unless you're, for some reason, limited in what you're allowed to carry where you are. Maybe you're in a school building or in some other way you're restricted in what you can carry. A knife it's almost a must-have. There are so many different things that come up almost on a daily basis where you could use a knife. This one happens to be, I would say recently it's one of my favorites. I'll bring in a couple of others for comparison. So this here is a CRKT. Here we have this is kind of an interesting one. It was a brand I hadn't heard of until my brother got me this knife. It's a Vulcan brand. I don't know if that's pronounced Vulcan or Vulcan, but that is, I would say pound for pound and inch for inch. This is an incredible little everyday carry knife. It's very, very lightweight, just a little over 2 ounces. It's really nice. But both of these definitely have cost more. This one isn't real expensive. I think you can find them for around $20, and this one may be more like, I've seen them on sale for 40-ish. I got this one several years ago, and I picked it up for, I want to say like 25 to 30, right in that range. It was on a really good sale. Okay, these are good knives, but this little guy from Harbor Freight, definitely worth the $8 I spent on it. That's why this has become one of my favorites recently. It's just very inexpensive, and I would say the quality that you get with this, I mean, it's hard to go wrong for $8, right? Pick up a few of them. If one breaks, grab another one. As far as dependability, I would say, I've done enough research to know the steel is pretty good. It's not fantastic steel, but as discount everyday carry knives go, it's not a bad steel. I did a video review of this, and I will link to that here so that you can watch that if you're interested. Much more thorough review of this knife. So this is what I carried. Now, additionally, of course, probably every person on earth has a phone with them. This is actually not the one that I carried today. This is an old one of my wife's that my son dropped in a swimming pool. But if you're not into cell phones, that's fine. Don't carry one. But then, this thing has a built-in flashlight. You can take notes with it. It's very useful for more than just talking on the phone or surfing the web. So I would say not a bad idea to carry a cell phone with you as well. And these are the things that I carried today. A little bit of that is maybe laziness on my part. There are some other items that I might add to this if I was really going through and planning and thinking out what I was planning to do in advance. There probably are some other items. But there's one in particular, and before I bring this out, I'll just say that, and if you're watching this video in the future, look back at the date that it was uploaded, and you can probably put 2 and 2 together and understand why I'm not going to spend a lot of time at this moment talking about this. I don't want to generate, again, my point here is not to generate controversy, and I know there are a lot of feelings on all sides of the issue. I'll just say that as a permit holder and a person with some training, not a lot of training, but some training and definitely some experience, and as a person who has a responsibility to my family, to my wife, to my children, I think it's a good idea, if you are so inclined, to think about purchasing a gun and think about responsibly carrying. Obviously, that's going to vary from state to state, jurisdiction to jurisdiction, and of course other countries will have totally different laws regarding this. I know that I have some viewers from the United Kingdom and probably from some other countries around the world, and I am definitely not trying to start any arguments here or anything else, but as an American citizen and as one with the appropriate permits and the appropriate training, this is going to be a part of my day-to-day carry. And by the way, this isn't the only option that I have. I have a number of others that I can choose from. This is a very, very small, lightweight, easy to bring with you option. So I want to know what your thoughts are. And if you want to discuss this a little bit more, we certainly can. Again, I want to be incredibly sensitive as much as I possibly can. I had planned to make this video and started work on it before recent events caused a reopening of some controversy. I'm not looking to bring up any emotions or get anybody upset. I have my own very strong feelings about this and about what the responsibilities are of a citizen in a land that is free. And for now, I'll leave it there. But we can certainly have that discussion in the comments below. So I really want to say thank you to everybody who took the time to watch this video. I'm going to thank you in advance for commenting and being respectful in the comments below. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so. I'm here about 2 to 3 times a week, sometimes 4 times a week, and I would love to get your point of view. I'd love to get your feedback on my videos, and just would love to have you as a part of the community. So thanks again, have a wonderful day, and we'll see you in the next video.